Good morning, everyone. How you doing today? I think this will be my last live stream of the morning. And this one's really about the book, One Rental at a Time. I was interviewed for a podcast that probably will be out in the next couple of weeks about the book. And really, there was a question that was asked that I gave an answer to that I thought I should actually have on this YouTube channel. And that is, why should new investors go out and buy your book, right? One rental at a time, either on Amazon or listen to it on Audible. So I really think there's 5 reasons new investors should give this one a look. Number one is, frankly, it's not a how-to book. I think, having been an avid reader of real estate books, there are lots of how-to books. This one is not one of them. This is a book written and documenting someone's 15-year journey. It's what we did, what worked and what didn't work. We talk about actual transactions. We talk about, things that were very important to get right and what we got wrong, and we acknowledge those. So again, if you're going to get the One Rental at a Time book and you think it's a how-to book, don't. It will disappoint you. But if you're looking for, hey, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I'm interested, I get it, but what do I do? What happened? That's why we wrote it. That's why I took hours upon hours upon hours to write it, document it, edit it, which was a horrible experience, because I wanted to create belief, provide evidence that yes, one rental at a time works. Number two, I didn't know it at the time, but the 15 years that we have been investing have been pretty interesting. We started before the crash. We witnessed firsthand the nonsense of the lending standards. We saw the worst real estate crash up front and personal. We saw banks turn off. We were forced to do other things when real estate was on sale. And then we saw the return. We saw the push for multifamily. The bigger is better. We've seen a lot of stuff. And we wrote it in a way that should be timeless. That was our goal, right? Real estate cycles are real, and we document them, and we talk about this side of the curve and that side of the curve. We talk about dancing through raindrops, selling what is overvalued. Now, I think it's important. I think real estate investors need to appreciate what is possible, and nothing like the real estate cycle that we invested in. So we document that pretty well. Number three is we document the good and the bad. I mean, we share our story of our first rental property, which was horrible. And we talk about it and we move forward. We talk about mistakes that we made along the way. We talk about some of the wins as well. Real estate is a people business, and people are going to disappoint you. Mother Nature is going to do what Mother Nature does. Accidents happen, and we talk about those in the book. Because again, it's not a how-to book. It's like, this is what happened to us over 15 years. Kind of, it is our story. And then we kind of key on some key growth areas that you need to understand, right? As you're learning your market and you're getting started, that's awesome. But as you get going, there are some things that you might want to add to your bag of tricks. You'll see in the book that 1031 exchange was a critical and an exponential growth for us. It allowed us to preserve appreciation. It allowed us to delay capital gains taxes. It allowed us to go from 8 to 80 units, and it's an important thing to understand and appreciate. Then it also talks about private money. It's never something I thought we would do. But in 2010, when the banks turned off, we had to do something. We'd been in the market 7 or 8 years at that point, and we knew what a deal was. But banks didn't want to lend. So what did we do? How did we get through that? It's important, and people need to realize that. Also, we sold, right? Some people talk about buy real estate and hold. Well, I invest in California, and California's market is up and down. And if you can sell close to the peak and buy close to the bottom, you can get outsized gains. So we talk about things that we saw. We talk about an index that is saved our butt in 2006. We talk about some of the nonsense with multifamily in 2018 and 19. So again, being able to sell when things are at their peak, it's a good thing. And then lastly, we included 21 hard-earned takeaways or lessons learned. While this is not a how-to book, we did include 21, many of them painful lessons that we want to share with you to make sure that you don't, you don't touch that. You don't let that injure you or stop your journey. So in the end, those are the 5 reasons. It's not a how-to book. It covers a pretty exciting real estate time, the peak and the crash of the Great Recession. It talks about the good and the bad of our experience, the keys to growth, at least for us, 1031 exchange, private money, selling at the peak. And then finally, we did include 21 takeaways. So that's why I think new investors should go out and get this book. If you do and you like it, favor, can you leave a 5-star review on Amazon and Audible? Pretty nice to see a self-published author with over 200 reviews on Amazon and over 50 reviews on Audible. It's only been on Audible about 8 weeks or so. So hopefully we'll get more on Audible as well. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.